right? But I gotta say this, right off the top. You gotta understand when I talk about positioning, when I talk about having an understanding of yourself, as we about to get into it about UPS, Teamsters, you gotta understand that it's all about yourself first. And some people look at it like, oh, you being selfish. No, that's not what I'm meaning. When you being selfish, when you held to a standard, whether it's an individual standard or as a group standard, and like for Teamsters, it's a unity standard, right? What you have to remember is even though it's a group, it's still independently as well in the sense of your individual performance, your individual understanding. And with any job or career opportunity job, they have a terms and conditions. As an individual, you must meet. They have terms and conditions that you must keep while working for this corporation or individual. Because at the end of the day, when you're working for somebody, you representing that company. You representing that business. Now, even though you may have your own business, it's still the reputation that you're trying to build to, or a reputation you're trying to hold on to. You know what I mean? Do you feel me? See, that's what it's about. So when you talk about an individual performance, that individual performance affects the team. So when you look at a situation like with the UPS and the Teamsters, the union, look how when it comes to a collective group coming together in a positive way, looking for a positive change, whether it's finances, whether it's benefits, whether it's pension, huh? You have to understand the only way you have that power, the only way you can demand something, the only way you have that leverage is by your individual performance, bringing it together to make it a union. Because individually, you can outperform certain people or certain companies. Yes, overall is what I'm talking about. But what the thing of it is this though, that individual performance in the group betters the group, right? Because the key to it is everybody understanding their position. Everybody have a different goal they have to meet to a degree. Some people are better at certain things, and other people are better at other things. But when you great in your individual section and you bring it together as a union, look at the power. Look at the leverage that you have. See, that's why I talk about I'm the realest in the room, the realest individual in the room. The reason why I say that, I'm not saying I'm the only one. I'm just saying when it comes to my section, when it comes to my understanding, when it comes to my production, when it comes to my going out here and get it mentality, I feel like I'm one of the best because I produce, I show results. You tell me the chart, you tell me the requirement, I achieve and go beyond. Now, when you bring that mentality to a group, to a union, we all play our position in different ways. But when it comes to renegotiating contracts, when you talk about getting a advancement within the company, or better yet, All the knowledge and understanding that you got at this corporation, now you can elevate into your own business. See, I was telling y'all months and months ago, to my subscribers, you know what it is. You have to make them need you. And when I say make them need you, it's not being a yes man. No. You just know how to play your position and you play it well. So when it's time for you to level up, when it's time for you to double up, do you feel me? See, the game of life is for you to get an understanding of yourself first. Because don't matter if you got the knowledge, it doesn't matter you have the experience. What matter is, can you apply the knowledge? Can you apply the experience to your advantage? That's the question. Can you take the information that was given to you that you was training for, huh? Can you take that knowledge and use that for your leverage? Because guess what? If you're looking to get a loan from a bank or anything, right? You don't just walk into a bank establishment and say, I need a loan. They have a terms and conditions on an application that you have to fill out that you have to meet. Why do they have that? Because they're trying to figure out what type of loan they want to give you and what kind of leverage they can hold above you. Or what kind of leverage you can hold above them based on your credit criteria, huh? Based on your credit score, based on what you have in the bank, huh? I know somebody got to feel me. And that's why I talk about having a reputation, having a standard for yourself. Because eventually you can use that standard, you can use that understanding, you can use that knowledge that you've been built upon all this time to use it for your leverage into whatever you want to do. See, I'm a company man, but I'm not a company man. I'm a company man to an extent till I get to a point to where I do one or two things. I'm going to elevate within or I'm going to elevate without the company. But either way, I'm going to continue building. I'm going to continue getting after it. I'm going to continue doing the things that I feel that's necessary for me and my loved ones, the things I want to accomplish. I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I learned that from 2007, 2008, when we went through the housing recession back then. You can't get me like that no more. You feel me? And if you want to know that story, you got to go back and watch my videos because I've been saucing y'all up with game this whole time. But it's up to you to apply the information. So you look at the situation with UPS, right? When we in the era, right? I call it the digital era, right? Where everything is getting mechanical, everything is getting digitized, computer involvement, AI, whatever you want to call it, right? So why you think UPS made that deal? You know why UPS made that deal overall, in my opinion, is that you can't replace quality. You can't replace understanding. You can't replace somebody that's going to go out here and get it the way that you want it and go above what you needed. That comes with a cost. But if you out here recklessly doing things that's hurting you, like I've been saying, your digital reputation, you don't understand that, go back and watch my videos, part 1 and 2. That's why I've been saying all this time for the ones who's been subscribe to my channel and the ones who've been following me. That's why I always talk about what kind of standards do you have for yourself? Because how you treat yourself, when you talk about a business setting, how you treat yourself, how you go after things in a legitimate way, it's all going to come back and show what your digital reputation track record look like. Your credit history, your employment history. What do you have to leverage in a legitimate business way? Huh? See, the game is you got to know how to play the game. And in my opinion, you don't have to have all the cash, but if you don't have the cash, you need the credit. If you don't have the credit, you need the leverage. Huh? So if you're looking for something from somebody or or a business or a corporation, they have their terms and conditions that you have to meet. So what happens when you have everything that they need for you to meet and you go beyond that? Now you are in the driver's seat. You can get a better interest rate on loans, huh? Huh? Because what they were looking for, you went above that. That's why I say the go get it mentality. But if you don't know how to put that energy in the right place, you just running in a circle all day. And that's why it's important to watch people like me. I'm not the only one, but people like me that's out here trying to help you elevate, trying to help you get to wherever you want out of life, huh? We don't all have the answers, but collectively, it's a great answer, huh? That's the union. Shout out to all the YouTubers, man, and podcasters out there that's out here pushing a positive message out here and motivating folks, huh? That's my shout out to every one of y'all. I don't know all y'all, but the ones that I have seen, hey, man, it's a good selection out here on these YouTube streets if you're looking for that motivation. So you look at this multi-billion-dollar company that just made a deal with their employees, with the union. The reason why they made that deal, because they understand the production that they're going to get with these group of individuals that comes together as a union to provide a service. Huh? See, a company can have all these terms and conditions, but if they don't have nobody to apply the knowledge to and to elevate with, what do you have? So that's where you come in at as an individual, collectively in a group of people. Huh? See, the sauce is the sauce, man. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You can share it. It's cool. I'm Sean B. Stoll if you didn't know, huh? You know? So you got to understand that. And you look at UPS, right? They say it's over 300,000 employees that work for UPS. So just imagine if they went on strike, how much that was going to affect you in the United States. I can't tell you internationally, but in the United States, just imagine the damage it would have done to UPS. And not only that, would have done to United States. Because no disrespect to FedEx or DHL or On Track, they can't handle that value. Amazon can't handle all their value. Because if they did, they wouldn't be resourcing their packages to be delivered elsewhere, right? So they all got to come to the big dog, which is UPS. And what do UPS provide, huh? They provide top-notch service for what? For top-notch pay. So you got to pay the man. Like they say, if it's something quality, you got to pay for it, right? Most folks don't have a problem paying for convenience if it's worth it, right? So what am I saying? By saying all this, what am I saying, Sean B. Stoller? What do you mean? It's all about your reputation. That's what it boils down to. It all comes out and shows in your workers the ability to have an understanding to uphold a certain type of terms and conditions, huh? Do you feel me? I'm just saying, man. So shout out to UPS, shout out to the union, the Teamsters, because everybody keep talking about AI taking over. Yeah, it probably will, but I'm in my 40s, so anybody in my age bracket, we probably won't see it to that degree. And honestly, it's not my concern to worry about that part of the game. There's no way you can control that. But what you can control is if you out here great pushing positivity and trying to elevate, or you are elevating, it's all about how you bring up the ones under you, right? Because if you bringing up the ones under you to be prepared for the next phase of life, you putting them in position. What do I always say? Put yourself in position so you can win, so you can be great. Do you feel? And so you look at this company, UPS, you look at the Teamsters, and that's why I said in my video many months ago, y'all got to go back and watch my stuff, man. Make them need you. It's not a bad thing. Because when a company needs you, when a corporation needs you, they will make that deal happen. But you only get that deal when you show your productivity, when you show your understanding, when you show that, hey, man, I got a certain type of standard and a requirement that I'm willing to meet and keep for myself and for the corporation. And what you do is, or you say, hey, man, I don't want to work at a corporation forever. That's cool. Guess what? With all this knowledge that you just gained, all of this understanding that you obtain, now you can take that understanding, elevate that to whatever personal business you want to do. See, it's all about understanding your position and knowing when to use your leverage. But you have to have a leverage to use. So how you expect to get that if you don't start somewhere? See, it's funny how some people be like, "Oh, I don't work for no corporation." That's cool. Well, how you going to get off the ground? I mean, it still take money. You got to get your name. You got to copyright your name. That costs money, right? You know what I'm saying? Whatever product you have, whatever product you're trying to promote, you need to pay for the production of it, right? The design of it, who's going to design it? You're going to design it yourself, then you got to pay somebody to make your design, right? That costs money. Well, who's going to pay for that? So why not work to put yourself in position, right? So you don't have to work for these corporations, but don't cut your feet off before you start to walk. Do you feel me? You feel me? Come on, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel. All we do over here is push P and push positivity, and only thing I'm here to do is elevate and motivate, huh? I'm only speaking to the ones who get it. And if you ain't got it, listen up, man. I'm going to lace your boots. So with this UPS thing, right? Just imagine if they went on strike, how much it would cripple the company. Because you can replace a person, but can you replace the quality? Can you replace the understanding? See, the thing of it is, when you're working for a corporation and you have people that been working there for years, they understand how things need to be pushed. You bring somebody fresh off the street, they may have the understanding of the educational side of it, but do they know how to work the mechanics? Do they know how to put things in certain positions so each individual can be great at what they do? See, that's where experience come in at. Your textbook doesn't teach you that. That training module they're going to have you sit in front of a computer for won't have you have that type of understanding. You only get that from the actual experience of doing the job. That's why certain people get paid more than others in certain positions. You know why? Because they have that understanding. Now, working for a union is different, but in general, I am speaking. That's why I talk a lot about understanding your position. That's what this means in this situation with UPS and the Teamsters. When I talk about understanding your position, this is a definition of what I mean. Just because you have the leverage, you don't just use it just to use it. You have to use it strategically. It's not a power trip. It's more of understanding your power and knowing how to use it when it applies, when it's applicable, when you need to have them to have that understanding. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? So when I say make them need you, I'm not saying just be a workhorse. No. It's basically like I've been saying, putting yourself in a certain position to where they may not want to need you, they may not want to continue to employ you, but by them losing you, their business take a major loss. Because it's not easy to replace greatness. It's not easy to replace that understanding. Because if that was the case, if you're dating somebody, hey, won't you just get rid of the person that you've been dating a while, right? You can find another woman, you can find another man, but will you find somebody that has that understanding like the one you're dealing with if it's a good one? You always hear that story where the grass is not greener on the other side. Yeah, it look good, but when you go over there, you see all the filth, you see all the trash, you see all the things that you didn't have to deal with if you would have stayed over here. But you thought that grass was greener, and now you can't come back. And if you do get a chance to come back, guess what? I'm gonna tax you now. You're gonna have to pay double than what we had to deal for last time. Because I got a new terms and conditions. I understand my value, baby. Do you feel me? Come on, man. See, a lot of people talk it, but I'm giving you real definitions on how to walk it though. And it's all for free 99. All I ask for you from you is a like and a subscribe. And if you like what I'm kicking, drop something in that super chat. If you watch this on a playback, put something in that super thanks. You feel me? So, like I said, make them need you. Because you don't want to pay me, but you have to pay me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just that saucy with what I do. You understand? I'm just that great at how I go out here and make things happen. You wanted me to do this, I did that plus more. Now you in a position where, man, I can't just let you go. You know what I mean? And then you get to a point where you get so great at it. Now I'm looking at other things I could do. And if I can't get the opportunity where I'm working at, guess what? I'm gonna apply that and open up my own business, huh? Or I'm gonna go somewhere where they willing to pay me more for my service, huh? The only thing I'm loyal to is my family, man, and money, man. Do you feel me? You feel me? I'm in America, man. It's about that dollar out here. So don't never get it twisted. Money is very important. Anybody tell you money is not that important, they lying to you. They robbing you while they saying it. You know what I mean? Oh, money ain't everything. Okay. Go see if you can get that surgery you needed. Cause that that Medicaid don't cover everything, huh? I'm just saying. You do need some money at some point in your life. You do need good health at some point in your life. You do need good medical coverage sometime in your life. So I'm just saying, man, all I'm here to do is help elevate and motivate, huh? And it's like, I was hearing so many things about the UPS, man. If they go on strike, everybody ordering their packages because a lot of folks order off Amazon. You know, when you order them dresser sets, the mattresses, UPS deliver that. Now, I have yet to see an Amazon truck driver deliver a mattress, huh? You know what I mean? Or one of them little sofa chairs. I rarely see that. But you know who I do see delivering them big boxes? UPS. When you ordering, you know what I'm saying, the toys for Christmas, when they ordering that Mercedes truck, the ones you want to get your kids, that they even got the Maybachs you can buy for little kids, right? Who you see delivering that? I see UPS. I'm out here in the Bay Area, California, man. I see folks ordering all type of stuff. And what trucks I see pull up? Them brown ones, the big brown truck. So I'm saying all that to say this, right? It's all about how you able to use your leverage, but you only have leverage based on your production, based on your understanding, based on how you're able to apply the knowledge. See, once you're able to master all that, no matter if you're working for yourself or for you working for a corporation, it's just a matter of a time for you to win. But you don't want to put yourself in a bad situation. Like I talk about digital reputation. I'm hearing a lot about what they call the loud quit, where a lot of young folks out here is quitting their job and going to social media and talking about it. That's the worst thing to do. It's the worst thing to do is for you to work somewhere and what they call it a loud quit, where you go to social media and you talk about the job you quit from. To anybody young that's doing this, I want y'all to really understand what I'm saying to you. You don't want to do that. Because when you put something out into this internet universe, is what I like to call it, that information is always accessible. No matter if you delete it, it's still on some type of hard drive that some corporation or individual can pull up. And depending on what job you're going for, like I mentioned in my digital reputation video 1 and 2, if you're not familiar with my channel, you got to go back and watch my videos because I give y'all sauce through this whole thing, right? But peep game though, right? Certain jobs that you go work for or you look to get hired to work at, a lot of them like to check your credit. A lot of them like to check your social media before you get hired or while you in probation. And if you putting out this what they call a loud quit, where you're going to social media dogging the company that you quit from, if you're looking to get hired at a Google company per se, you know what I'm saying? Some type of internet or stock market type company in the sense of their public information, a lot of their stuff is public accessible. You think those type of employers would want to have you as an employee when every time you quit a job, you on social media talking reckless about the job, right? See, nobody cares about that until it hits home. Nobody cares about that until it affects them directly. So I'm telling any individual that's doing this, I recommend, this is my opinion, stop doing that. Do not do no loud quit because this information is going to be in this digital world forever. And anybody or any corporation will be able to get access to it to a degree. So you don't want to add things that hinder you from you stepping into your greatness or getting access to resources where you being denied because you're doing a loud quit. So I do not recommend that. I don't know who came up with it, but just know this, when you have a whole bunch of things against you, you don't want that against you as well. Do you feel me? So don't stay away from that loud quit. Put in your 2-week notice or whatever the terms are, you go through that. because you never know where life is going to bring you to later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll tell you this, right? I got friends, I'm in my 40s, right? So I have friends in my, I guess you could still call them my friends. I haven't seen them in years though, right? But when I was 18, 19, 20, I had a couple of friends that was into, criminal activity. They went to jail for 10, 15 years. They got out and now they trying to start their life up again. But a lot of these corporations will not touch them because of what? The criminal background, what I call a digital reputation. So you don't want to be those individuals, man. Because you get limited, you get pigeonholed more than what you probably already are, especially if you're a minority like myself. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like I don't like doing the race card thing, but it's a reality though. So I'm definitely aware of that, and I get it, right? So with me, my digital reputation is clean, baby. You understand me? So you gonna have to pay the man, and I'm charging double fee. Do you feel me? So you know, so going back to the UPS, man, I just want to tie that in because it's very important for folks to really see what unity really does. So just imagine if you take this same process, you put it on your own personal life, whether you're trying to buy a house, whether you're trying to open up a business. Just imagine when you have that unity, you have that, you have resources with individuals that's willing to work with you so you all can win. Just imagine what that looks like, huh? It's funny, right? Because it's like I hear a lot of people saying they don't like the union, they don't like this, they don't like that. But I guarantee you, anybody working for UPS right now is very happy about their position right now, working being in the union. Because what I see that was released on the internet, they have a pension, they have a 401k, they have medical, and now they have quality pay. And it's all because individuals came together to make a union to show their value, to play their position, understand their position, and know how to use their leverage. Do you feel me? See, that's what the game is about, man. You're going to have great individuals, but when those individuals come together and make a play and stand behind that play and make sure everybody win, how can you lose? So really understand what I'm saying right now. This is way bigger than UPS. This is way bigger than the Teamsters. Really peep gaming what I'm really saying on this mic right now. Just imagine what that looked like when you have a group of people come together in a positive manner, in a positive way. How can you lose? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's cool to go out here and kick it. It's cool to go out here and have a good time. But just know what you're really having a good time for. See, I'm not the type, if I'm not doing, if I'm not in position, I'm not the type that want to go out and celebrate. Because what are we celebrating? That's me personally. This is my opinion. When I was out there trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Life was throwing me curveballs. I kept fumbling the bag, fumbling the ball. I didn't want to celebrate shit, man. You feel me? I mean, I wasn't a good person to date. I wasn't a good person in a relationship. And I own that because I don't like being at the bottom of anything. I don't like being at the bottom you know what I'm saying, bottom of my bank account. You feel me? I don't like being in the bottom in life in the sense of not being able to have access to regular necessities that everyday living things you should be able to have access to: food, quality housing, a decent car. Like not having that access for me personally, that tears me up. I'm not even trying to say fancy stuff. I'm just saying everyday things, right? Me not being able to do that regularly is an issue for me. So if I can't do that, I'm not a good relationship mate unless you have that understanding of me, because I think highly of myself. I expect a high production level of myself. Regardless of what you think I should do, regardless you how you think I should feel, that's what I stand on for myself. Because I know what the bottom could feel like. I come from humble beginnings. I ain't trying to go back to that. So what do you want out of life? That's the question. You know? So it's like when I was in that position where I couldn't figure it out, I was constantly on the grind. I'm still am on the grind, but I treat it a little bit different now. I still have the same energy, but the way I move is a little bit more strategic, in my movements to a degree. But I just feel like anybody that's not in position, or you feel like you're not where you want to be at in life, that means you ain't pushing hard enough. I don't care what your life situation is, man. If you got two legs, you know what I'm saying, a set of two hands, you feel me? You know what I mean? You out here, you can move, you got your eyes, you can see, hear. What's your problem then? Other than a medical condition, you need to get out here and get active, man. And that's what I talk a lot about on my channel. You know what I'm saying? A couple of short videos I put out, uh, you know, with the music playing on it, something new I'm doing. I'm just trying to help elevate folks. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, your production, your productivity is going to determine your success. Now, how you choose to go about it is your option. I'm just telling you, if you look at this UPS situation, when we in a digital era, everything is AI. But there's certain things AI can't do. A certain product level that AI can't do at this point. Maybe in the future, but I don't think we're going to see it in our lifetime. So it's up to us to put ourselves in position. And if you got kids or loved ones, for you to leave a legacy behind for them to build upon. You feel me? And first is with finances. Don't never forget that. Money is important. It's not everything, but it is something though. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say understand your position. Because if you got kids, you got loved ones, you got youngsters coming up under you, you want them in a better position than you was, so they don't have to fight as hard to at least get the basic necessities. Because I'll tell you this, once you're comfortable to a degree for you to be able to do the basic things in your life, just imagine how your brain act then, your energy level then. If you sit here worrying about, if you're going to eat hot dogs or noodles, that's a problem, bruh. I'm dead serious. That's my opinion. If you figure out just the basic necessities, how can you think straight? If you eat noodles and hot dogs all day, you feel me? You don't have no type of clean way of eating or drinking at all. Everything is just gutter. How are you going to think straight when your body is only intaking gutter food, gutter mentality, gutter energy? How are you supposed to build above that? Yes, a few that will make it, but a lot won't, because you're mentally drained. You're mentally not there because you're worrying about the most basic way of living. So how can you think about elevating when you're thinking about, is it hot dogs or noodles tonight? Do you feel me? So don't tell me money ain't everything. That's a lie, bruh. They lying to you. While they going to the bank cashing that check on you, they gonna tell you, oh man, hey, money ain't everything, man. Keep living. You feel me? So get out here and get after it. Stay motivated. Stay elevating. And understand your position and continue pushing a hard line about you and yours and what you believe in, huh? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you what what other folks don't want you to know, or if they want you to pay a fee to know. The more you get after it, the more you stay dedicated, the more you sacrifice to elevate to where you want to get in life. Understand that while you building to get to where you want to be, it's so many Jews in your grinding process. There's so many through Jews and people that's going to come in your life that's going to help you get that understanding to help elevate you to where you want to be at. About time you make it to that level, you know how to treat it. Because those months, those years it took for you to get to that level, it's so much experience that you have obtained through that. See, I'm not telling you it's a quick fix. I'm not saying it's an easy button. You can just, let me hit the easy button and everything is voila. No, I'm not saying none of that. I'm not saying you're not going to lose relationships through the process. I'm not saying that, oh, you may have to figure out how to slice this money up, chop this up to pay this, to pay that, to help you get in a better position. I'm not saying you're not going to have to do that. I'm just saying if you stay dedicated long enough, you stay pushing hard long enough, and you stay motivating yourself to a next level, to the next level, understand what that means in the long term for you. It's just like somebody going to school. Just because you got the knowledge, that doesn't make you rich. It doesn't make you successful. No, you have the knowledge. Now you need know how to apply the knowledge, and then you have to build upon that. Do you feel me? Because I dropped a video a couple of months about that. Education with no understanding is trash. And I believe that. Because what the hell you went to school for if you don't know how to use the knowledge to help benefit you, to help put you in a better position, huh? And if you came up the hard way where you didn't work the different jobs, you should be taking little pieces of information to the next job. To the next job. You continue learning different things about yourself. You start understanding how money works. You know what I'm saying? Start reading books, huh? Watching people like me, huh? It's a lot of good things out here in this world, but you got to want to see that. You got to want to apply that. The question is, do you want it? Is the question. Because look at the UPS situation. Like I said, that's the thumbprint for the thumbnail for this video, but it's really bigger than them. But at the same time, look at the example. Why everybody is getting stomped out by AI, why everybody getting stomped out by this new digital world we in, is certain things that still need certain type of standards. It still needs certain type of understanding. And UPS was willing to pay for that because they understand what they need to have done and who can do the job more efficiently. Huh? So like I said in many videos I said ago, if you're new to my channel, go back and watch my live tab and my video tab. First, my video tab, because that's where all my videos kind of relate from. I had a video saying make them need you, your digital reputation. Don't get finessed out of your own position. I've been dropping game this whole time, man. Go back and peep game, man. And hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because all I bring to you is nothing but good game. good conversation, good motivation, hopefully some type of inspiration. I am Sean B. Stola, if you didn't know. So you got to understand that. And always remember this, right? No matter where you working at, you want to always try to figure out how to elevate either within that company or take the knowledge you have to go either into business for yourself or take it to help you get a better position and better pay at another company. Because the only thing I'm loyal to is my family and my money, man. Do you feel me? And when I say family, it's my immediate loved ones or people that's really been there for me. You know what I'm saying? But don't never think it ain't about the money. Cause anybody telling you it's not about the money, that's the one that's robbing you, man. Do you do you feel me? Hey man. Don't get mad at the messenger, but did you get the message, huh? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let this be example to those who want to hear that example of look at how that unity really works. It's a great example. Because people can say what they want about, oh, I wouldn't work for this corporation. But let's say a corporation like UPS willing to pay you 40 plus, 50 plus an hour. You telling me you wouldn't work there right now? If I tell you most employees that work at UPS, they all are in position to buy houses right now in this economy, to buy pretty much any car they want based on how they work their finances in this economy right now today, with everything being inflated to a degree. Now, of course, you got people who blow money, blow their bags. Hey, you know what I mean? That's what life is. Not everybody gonna make it. That's my opinion. But you were in position to win. But whatever you chose to do with it, that's on you. So you telling me people wouldn't be signing up for that? I just seen something on Instagram earlier today, right? Where it says McDonald's, if McDonald's is paying $31 an hour, would you work there? A lot of people was like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm not saying that's the only place you should work at. No. But if it helps you to help build whatever you trying to build up to, there you go. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know what it is. You got to understand the position. So I just had to come on here and have that discussion about that because it's like folks got to really understand that it is power in numbers, but it's not just the numbers, it's the quality of the numbers that's important. Because just like a party, you can get anybody to come to a party if you offer them free food and free liquor, right? But what type of quality of people are you going to get? You can throw a big function. You have, like, oh, I got Jay-Z coming out. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got Future coming out. We got Drake coming out, and it's for free. You know how many people gonna be kicking down the door trying to get in there to see that show? But the question is, what type of quality are you going to get just because it's free? Now you take the free away and say, hey man, we charging 2,000 to come through for each person. Now that picking is going to get smaller. But the ones who can afford that fee is a different type of quality individual to a degree. So do you want quantity or do you want quality? In my opinion, UPS paid Teamsters for quality. Because if anybody orders stuff online, like myself, I order a lot. And you can tell the difference When UPS deliver and when it's one of those other companies deliver, you can tell a real big difference on who delivered your package. Because when I get packages from UPS, majority of the time it's at the front door. A lot of them press the doorbell, knock on the door, while whatever. But when it's some of them other guys, sometimes it's at the garage. Sometimes it's downstairs. It's at the wrong address. Then they sent me a picture, but it's not the picture of my front door. It's the neighbor front door. So, like I say, do you want quality or do you want quantity? Do you feel me? And I want to talk about too, going switching topic a little bit about the Tupac thing. I just feel like I was saying about young folks out here doing the loud quitting where they go online and tell everybody why they quitting the job and how much they hate the job. That's the worst thing to do because anything you put on the internet can be looked up to a degree, especially from these major corporations if they need to get access to it. Just because you delete it, don't think it's not there. Now, how I tie this into Tupac, right? You got this guy named Keefe D, where he said he was in the car when Tupac was murdered in the car that shot up Tupac car where him and Suge was in. For years, Keefe D been putting out videos or he was, being interviewed and he talked about the situation and what happened. His cousin Orlando Anderson or whatever, and he's supposed to got some type of, I don't know if it's immunity or some type of deal from the police. And now what? 30 years later, they just raided his house out in Nevada, Las Vegas. So he did all these interviews throughout these years from Vlad and whoever else that wanted to interview him, and he talked all this stuff about who shot this and who had the gun, who he passed this, and he talking about Puff Daddy, P Diddy, whatever you want to call him. You gotta be careful, man, on what information you put out on these YouTube, these internet streets, because just maybe you may slip up and say something you didn't supposed to say. Especially in Keefe D case, I don't know if he's going to get put up on charges. I don't know none of that. But I'm just going off based on what he put out through interviews on different platforms. The reason why his house may be raided, in my opinion, is that he may have slipped up and said something he didn't supposed to say. And I'm in my 40s, so uh shout out to Reggie White. Reggie White, he used to be down with Death Row, or he maybe still is to a degree on some of the business that he take care of or associated with. He had a very good statement that Reggie White had said that I had peeped on, and he was just saying how with Keefe D, he basically put his own self in a hole again to a degree. You know, I'm just reiterating what he said in my own term, and in my understanding of what he said. This is what my opinion was of what he said. What Reggie White had said. That's why I say you got to be careful what you say on this internet to a degree, because you never know, based on what you put out here in a negative way, how it can come back to you in a negative way. And that's why when you come to Sean B. Stola channel, my shorts, yeah, they be funny. I got stuff on there that, make you laugh. But majority of my channel is all soaked in game. Because you can get a whole bunch of ratchetness from a whole bunch of other channels. You can get all that hood talk mentality, you know what I'm saying, how to sell dope and what I used to do in jail. You can go to them other channels for that. But when you come to me, you're going to get this sauce, man. And I'm only pumping nothing but positivity and motivation over here, man. You feel me? Because I'm trying to help elevate based on my experiences, based on what I see that's missing or need to have a better understanding of out here, huh? So you new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment. You can share it. It's cool. And don't be a fool out here, man. Because I personally feel like it's the reason why they paying us who's monetized. It's the reason why they paying us to have these conversations. Because in the future, all of this information will be highly accessible. It could be highly valuable based on what you're putting out here into this digital world. And that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, Keefe D, good luck to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm. It's like a I just had one of these what is this? It's like a caffeine bar. So this bar I'm eating right now, it's like drinking a cup of espresso. You know what I mean? So it's supposed to give me energy, man. But it tastes kind of horribly though. You know? So you got to figure out, if you haven't already, what are your terms and conditions for yourself? Because it's very important for you to stand on what you believe in, but also make sure you know what you're standing for. You know what I mean? Because if you can't figure it out, you're going to be working for somebody else. You're going to be working for somebody else's dream and somebody else's goals. And if you're cool with that, then hey, do your thing. But if you want more than that, you got to continue elevating. You got to continue getting after your dreams. And wherever you work at, whatever you're trying to get to, you have to continue building upon that. And don't allow a whole bunch of negativity to get in your way, whether it's coming from yourself, your loved ones, somebody close to you. You got to continue pushing and staying motivated. Because in this great country of America, you can make it. It's a reason why a lot of people, a lot of folks from different countries are trying to come here. If you really haven't paid attention to that, like I watched this show 90 Days a lot, and the theme of the people who come over here from other countries, they're happy to come here. So even though we got all these issues in the United States, you still have all these individuals, group of people who's dying to come over here. Why do you think that? We got our issues, but we still a great country and it's still great opportunity. But the thing of it is, you don't want to put yourself in a bad position where your digital reputation is tarnished, meaning you got felonies. Your credit is shot. Your work history is bad. All of that plays a part that blocks you from leveling up when you talk about these corporations. When you're talking about getting business loans. See, it's all about that digital reputation. And that's the reason why UPS made the go ahead and agree to this contract. Because they know the production level and the quality of the work that they're going to get by paying this fee. Because if you don't know, Most corporations or even individuals who can afford it will pay you that fee expecting the quality of service. So which one are you? You know? Like they say, don't hate the player, hate the game, man. Do you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Don't hate the player, hate the game. And it's a lot of game out here, but you got to know how to apply it. You got to know how to use it and when to use it. Because in my opinion, the ones that great at what they do, it ain't that the fact that they know they great, they know when to apply that greatness. That's the key. You have to know when to apply it. And that only come with knowledge, that only come with experience, that only comes with an understanding. And that's why you got to continue getting out here and getting it. Because sometimes when you building, you can't see the finish line. A lot of times you won't see the finish line. But once you get there and those obstacles, those things that was in your way that you learn how to work around or work through, only build you up and prepared you for this moment that you're in now. Because guess what? A lot of times you're not in position because you're not ready yet. A lot of times you're not where you want to be because you didn't go through the steps. You didn't go through your own process. You didn't have that understanding. So that's why you just now getting to where you needed to be, because now you know how to treat the situation. You know how to adjust when it need to be adjusted. You know how to apply certain things, huh? So you gotta have that understanding, man. So I want to appreciate y'all watching this live. I want to thank y'all for watching this because I hit my hour mark. Unless anybody hit me with any comments or anything, I'm gonna shut it down. But I just want to thank everybody that tapped into my live. I appreciate y'all. You like what I'm kicking? Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. You know what I mean? So my game can get laced to a lot of other people that need to hear this. And continue watching me. And I want to thank all my subscribers. Whether you watch me for the first time, I appreciate you. You know? So thank you for watching this live. I am Sean B. Stola. Until next time, peace.